Welcome! Today we're continuing the Gintama journey with episode 114 and 115. As always, if you enjoy the content I'm making and you want to support this channel, you can head over to my Patreon, link is in the description down below. Also, join the Discord server if you want to talk, hang out, or just to have some fun. Excuse me. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. So let's get into episode 114. Yeah, guys, sorry about the lighting. The battery of my LEDs is draining. But yeah, whatever. It kind of looks cool, actually. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Back to the episode review. So I really enjoyed this episode. The humor, the comedy was just right up my alley. And Matsudaira's daughter is such a cool, kind, nice person. I said, if I were in Toshiro's shoes, I would fall for her. Most likely. Just because she's so pure. For example, her wanting to do stuff for him so that she can understand him better as a person, his character, why he likes certain things and dislikes certain things. And I think that is such a good attitude to have when, well, in general, of course, but also in a relationship. Trying new things out, experiencing new things for the sake of your partner and for yourself. Just to, well, basically enjoy life and share that with your partner. And if you have that kind of person at your side, you're pretty lucky. Because that is kind of rare, especially these days. I don't know. But I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not an expert on that whole matter. But I'm just saying, it's... Yeah, I would fall for her. Toshiro kind of did at the end. He was blushing as well. And that was also kind of cute. This whole episode felt so lighthearted and heartwarming. Just like the last few episodes, there was always an episode that just made you feel good, made you feel satisfied and kind of happy. It hasn't been like that. Yeah, never actually in Gintama. There have always been these lighthearted episodes. But there's just something different about these last few episodes. Kagura, Tama, and now this episode. Yeah, good. Really good. I think I'm also gonna have to go back to the first episode that was also mentioned here in flashbacks. The theme park episode. Because there were a lot of parallels to that, I think. And yeah, I would like to check it out again. See, what was the same. So, yeah. The two funniest scenes in this episode were her trying the mayonnaise on rice with the One Piece reference. That just came out of the blue and caught me off guard. It was in that moment it was so funny. And also, of course, the Yorozuya dressing up as gangsters. And especially Shin. His voice was so fitting and just so ludicrous, so just ridiculous. But in a good way, in a positive way. And that made me laugh hard. Also the farewell Mayo, the sayonara Mayo, I think he said. The way Toshiro said that. Too good, too good. Yeah, really enjoyed this episode. Let's get into episode 115. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I did not realize that this was going to be an arc. I've already been told about that. I had already been told about that. But I just forgot about it. I think it's from episode 115, so this one, to episode 118. Pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, the kind of abrupt ending was a surprise. But actually, it doesn't really matter. We talked about it on the Discord. Join the Discord, by the way, if you haven't yet. And we've come to the conclusion that it's not really that important for me to know when the next arc arrives and which how many episodes and which episodes it spans over. Yeah, but it's more of a surprise effect, maybe. It might be even better to just not know what's gonna come. Yeah. Okay, so about this episode. This was, in many ways, very philosophical and profound, which is not a rare occurrence in Gintama. But this one especially made me think. Shin's stranding and the consequent kind of freedom that he experienced or felt, that was amazing, because I could really sympathize with what he said. It was very spiritual, you could say. The stripping off, taking off the shackles, the mental shackles of worry, doubt, fear, anxiety, social pressure, all of that, just taking it off. And it's admirable, because in that kind of situation, he was content with the fact that he might die on this island alone, on his own. But that moment kind of sparked his release, his inner freedom to burst out and to, in a way, overwhelm him. I don't think he ever felt this way before in his life. So I think it was pure ecstasy for him. You could also kind of see that on his face. But imagine you just stripping away all of that mental burden, because we all put that on ourselves in society. We all judge others, judge ourselves for who we think we are. We're anxious. Sometimes it can be socially awkward. Sometimes not. It's different for every individual, but we all have that kind of pressure or burden that is in the background for everyone. You could say it's the ego. This is kind of getting into spirituality again, so another topic to talk about. But the stripping, realizing ego is non-existent. It's transient. It's not so set in stone. Don't know how to put it. But to realize who you are in this moment, beyond all of this pressure, this thinking, beyond all of this, who are you? And I think Shin in that moment realized, wow, this is really who I am. I don't think it's gonna stick, that realization. It was just for that moment. It's not gonna stick, because in that moment of pure ecstasy, he met Hasegawa, and suddenly all of that social pressure came back in an instant. So kind of ego came back in a way. Yeah. It was a funny scene. This whole episode in general was really funny, for me at least. But yeah, this moment of pure ecstasy, of spirituality, of realization was such a great moment, and every word he said, I could understand what he was saying from his heart. It's interesting that Hasegawa, or I presume that Hasegawa was feeling or experiencing the same thing as Shin. They were both naked and simply enjoying themselves, simply enjoying life as it is, without any worry or fear. And for both of them, this worry and fear came back immediately when they saw each other. So, but it was only the two of them. Gintoki? No. Kagura? No. Katsura? No. They all had the clothes on, and they all did weird stuff. Like, it's even weirder for me than Shin and Hasegawa being naked, jumping around. Yeah, just happy. Pure happiness. And yeah, so it's interesting that it was only the two of them. Maybe that's gonna be touched on later, why that is. I have a few ideas why that could be. And there's some similarities in their characters, but I'm not sure yet. Not quite sure. They're both very reflective people. And they're both being dealt, how could you say that? The heavy burden of life. They're both kind of unlucky and not really in front and center. Kagura is more than Shin, as we know. I'm not too sure about this, but wow. What an episode. And all of the comedic scenes. Oh, I enjoyed those so much. With the guides. And everyone taking the stakes even higher. First the yacht, then the battleship or whatever that was. And then the flying tortoise. Is it tortoise? I don't know how to pronounce it actually. But I think it's tortoise. Whatever. Pure genius comedy and ridiculousness, but this is what makes Gintama Gintama. So yeah, a perfect episode for Gintama, in my opinion. And yeah, let's see how they're gonna get off this island and into the Ryugu Palace, the mythical, legendary palace. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this reaction, this video. If you did, leave a like, comment down below what you think about this whole Shin situation, stranding, being on his own, and the comedy. Yeah, and subscribe if you want to see more. So enjoy your day, take care, and bye.